Hi Scorpio, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you, for your highest good, for the month of February 2025. Gosh, let's see what's got coming in for you. I intend it's good news and it's looking pretty good so far. Ooh! I feel like this is really indicative of where you are at coming into February, is really looking at creating stability for yourself, laying foundations to do that, and thinking about long term and how you can achieve that, moving forwards from the here and now. There may also be some kind of celebrations or something celebratory that happens at the beginning of February that's distracting. I heard it may be fun, but you may be getting distracted by too many life celebrations going on, that kind of thing, and that you may feel a need to put direct your focus onto practical matters, but also doing your best to honor family commitments and remaining loyal to the commitments that you have already put in place for the month or for the year ahead. And it looks like you are gathering the tools, and you also have the tools to call in what you are choosing to create for your future, and assessing where you're at along the way. And there may be, especially with those sirens, there may be a sense of urgency around it as well. You may feel a desire to have more done than you currently have, but I feel like you also have quite a lot established already. So give yourself a pat on the back for everything that you have achieved. You might be looking back over things, and figuring out if there's anything that you've overlooked that you could bring up to date or make current. And that might be really helpful for you. And in that process, you may have to be patient with yourself. It might take a while to go through things. You might be going through old folders or old stuff from your past, or stuff that's in your closet, or cleaning out cupboards or that kind of thing. But looking at stuff and rearranging and figuring out what you want to keep with you and what you want to take forwards with you. So February might be a transformation of a different kind for you. You may also get some kind of offer to do with security, to do with creating a safe haven, or to do with your home space. And there may also be something connected to that offer that's very inspirational, or something very clear and truthful and clean cut, that helps you determine your way forwards to do with long term. Or it could also be to do with some kind of money that's come to you or offered to you or given to you. So you may be feeling financially abundant in February. That's good. Also making plans on the long term. And for some of you, it might be you may be attending some kind of event at the beginning of the month, or you may be the event person person. You might be celebrating a relationship upgrade of some sort. That could be as exciting as a wedding, or as gentle as a friendship, or however that looks to you, for your situation. I do feel that you are in manifestation mode in February, and you call something in to do with your long-term stability, and it happens, or it's definitely commencing. It's commencing in February. And I feel that you will have multiple things to celebrate. And you may be, to do with the offer, that may be to do with collaborating with other people. It may be something to do with events or event planning. And that might involve other people. And it may also involve travel. You may be looking at what you can do to practically expand what's being offered, see how you can move it forwards, where you can take it. There might be 3 people involved with the planning, or 3 people involved with the partying. And something might involve long distance in the travel realm as well. Flight with, flights or something like that. So you might be looking at booking a flight. And you might be also gaining knowledge about someone who's at a distance to you, and someone who was involved with a third party, or a third person, or a third wheel on a situation where someone else was getting the attention. You may hear from that person. They may be forthcoming with some kind of offer towards you. And you might be learning something about them or their situation. I feel like whatever it is you learn about them, it's to do with what's been holding them back. And it looks like someone is willing to, or doing their best to take a leap of faith, or maybe that's their fear is let's see what the cards say. For Scorpio's highest good for the month of February, please. Someone's taking a leap of faith, I feel, or they are looking at what's held them back. I feel like they've been getting in their own way, or someone's been getting in their own way. That could be, maybe you can apply it to yourself if there's no other person involved in your situation. But that will reveal itself in February. I think we're all looking at what holds us back. What are our limits, and where can we come back into neutral and trust in the unknown? That's very Scorpionic. I feel there is an element of esoteric going on here that's very strong with the Magician and the Fool and the High Priestess. And with 9 of Wands, you may have a lot on your plate in February, a lot going on, a lot to contend with, and you may just want to escape it all. You may want to just get away and trust that everything's going to work out. But there are things that There are things that are unknown at this time, but there are also things that you are gaining knowledge about that feel like have been happening over the last few months. So you've been gaining knowledge that you didn't previously know, maybe to do with this person if there is another person involved. And I feel like it's giving you a different perspective on the whole, even though there's some kind of cycle that closed out or that closes out in February to do with a third party or traveling. And with that cycle closing out, I feel it's possible that this other person doesn't want the cycle to close. And even though they have fear around commitment, oh, that's really clear. They have fear around commitment. They also want to take a leap of faith. They want to embark on a journey, but they have to learn to speak up. And it looks like they might well do that. They might be speaking up in the month of February. And you might be learning about their shenanigans or their disappointments or whatever's been going on for them. I feel like they really do want to move forwards or start a new cycle, start anew. Yeah, with the Fool there, they definitely want something new. So they might just want to leave the past failures behind, but they may feel a need to explain themselves, or there might be something that that gets glossed over, or they might be telling you about an offer that they didn't take romantically because they were still thinking about you, or that you were on their mind. You're somehow involved, even if you've moved on, Scorpio. So you might hear about that. And also that this person still has a lot of confusion. And they are aware that you have options. And your options could be they could be just things that you've got going on, like different lines of work or different people that you're connected to, or it could be love interests. But they also are very defeatist, very self-sabotaging, very defeatist. It may be that they want to put an end to the lack of communication. So it's almost like they want to clear their conscience. That's what I heard and feel in this. So expect someone to come in and want to clear their conscience of deceitful or poor behavior, or making bad choices, making choices around that end up putting other people in disappointing situations, or making other people feel sad in some way, or less than, or yeah, it feels like a lose-lose rather than a win-win in terms of what they've been through, and that may have been very, very challenging for them. So if you're like, forget that person, you may need to lean into your compassion, because I feel like this person's been through it, and maybe learnt from their own behavior. Hopefully learnt from their behavior. And they may be juggling with their finance. So what's going on for Scorpio then? What's going on for Scorpio? This person does want commitment with you though. and they're really taking their time, and they've gone through a lot of lessons because they've taken their time. So yeah, sabotaging, not a good energy. So maybe they're still in it, and this is just a read that's giving you a warning that the cycle might attempt to repeat itself, and even though you're no longer entertaining it, it's still rearing its head. And it looks like, ooh, looks like you've already turned your back on them in some way, or left them out in the cold. And but I feel like them coming back again, it may or if it's not the same person, if it's someone new, you may experience that same behavior, and it may be that it leaves you questioning whether all people are like this, or whether, or what is it about you that attracts that. But I feel like you're aware of it and you're observing it, and because you're observing it, you're coming to different and new conclusions about how you want to move forwards, and what you want to attract, and what you want to call in. And I feel like that the power is in your hands, Scorpio, and it's just helping you get clearer, and also helping you to see where that point of attraction could still be in you, in terms of the shadow of it still playing out. What are you going to call in, Scorpio? Oh, nice. Okay. You are calling in practical, solid, new, actionable connection that is balanced, and you're willing to put the work into yourself, or accept someone who's doing the work on themselves. And that's what you're calling in. That's awesome. Ooh. That's a gazillion cards, so I'll get you another one. So this is the Hidden Worlds Oracle for you. So please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. 31 Oracle. Sacred living, spirit speaking, intervention. I feel like this is speaking to the wisdom that you've gained through your connections, or this connection, if there is one that springs to mind, where you felt betrayed. It's almost like, even if it happened a long time ago, there's things that you've learned since that have changed your perspective on that betrayal. And it's also giving you wisdom that you can share with others in that way. And it's also steering you towards changing your living habits and what you want to call in. And so you might be doing more ritual type things in your life, things that are habitual rituals, like brushing your teeth is a ritual. You do that every day, and you do it mindfully, and it's something that you do to take care of yourself. So that gives you an example of what I mean when I say ritual. But it can be speaking words of affirmation into your water and drinking that, or writing a gratitude journal, or making some kind of offering in a fire, like if you have access to wood burning stove, or if you're outside and if fires are allowed, you have a campfire. You can add sage to the fire as an offering, or you can write down what you want to call in and then add that to the fire as an offering. And you can also write down the things that you want to let go of. And it is your card. So Oracle, and 3 and 1 is 4, and 4 for me is the number of stability. You've also got that alongside Temperance, which is all about balance and healing. So I feel like the cards on the table this month are the accumulation of knowledge that you have from what you've been through is having a positive effect on your life, in that in the way you show up and the way you observe. So you're observing differently, and you're gaining stability through what you've been through. It's making you more stable and more clear about what you want and what you don't want, what you won't put up with, and getting your ducks in a row. There's a lot of spiritual connection this month as well, February. With the High Priestess, yes, and the Fool. So like connecting with the void, connecting with your spiritual aspect, the spirit of who you are. You're a spirit having a human experience, and you may also get quite significant insights and downloads and inspirations and answers to where you're going and how you want to move forwards. You might also find that your psychic gifts have increased or do increase in the month of February. You might be actually using them to help other people, and you might also be using them to help yourself. You've got divine consciousness. So very highly connected reading for you for February, which is surprising because I thought that would happen in your birth month. But maybe you're also connecting with an Aquarius, which is your opposite sign. So that might be significant for you and connective for you. And you're connecting with the universe, so you're probably going to have some really profound dreams if you're able to stay away from stimulants and get to bed early and sleep really soundly. Then you may have some incredible dreams that assist you and assist your future and assist others. So thanks for showing up, Scorpio. Have a good month of February. Mwah.